Trinbagonians love seafood. In fact, when we see food, we eat it. I know you saw that one coming, but what you may not know is that seafood, as in processing and seafood products, is a thriving local industry. So much so, in fact, that the Ministry of Trade and Industry is helping to develop the sector even further. They know a good catch when they see one.
Island life naturally lends itself to fishing. Fish is the commodity which fuels the seafood industry, which, at its inception, may have included some basic fish processing centers. Today, it includes a wide array of activities that encompass fishing, fish farms, and seafood delicacies. The industry has two main operations, onshore and offshore. The onshore sector includes specialty supply shops as well as boat building and repair businesses. But by far the largest and most profitable onshore activity is fish processing, with Trinidad and Tobago exporting top quality fish products to both regional and international markets.
The fish processing impact in the economy from the point of view of export, import is a very important one, because as you know, Trinidad and Tobago, we have been importing a lot of fish because the previous industry was very low, so we need to import a lot of fish. Now, if we continue increasing our local processing, we will be able to balance the ratio between export and import, creating a very good factor to the economy, the local economy.
The fishing industry is a lucrative one, generating almost $17 million in sales and employing over 6,000 people. Local plants process an average of 7,000 metric tons of fish per year. The waters surrounding our islands offer some of the most diverse fishing in the world, so the wide variety of species augurs well for the industry. Combined with a solid fish processing infrastructure and the presence of the Fisheries Training Institute, which churns out skilled and well-qualified graduates, seafood has become one of the most competitive industries in the non-energy sector, and the most likely to survive the onslaught of an increasingly liberalized trade environment. Legislation is being put in place to better manage our fisheries resource. The Seafood Industry Development Company, which consists of industry stakeholders, is charged with the responsibility of developing the sector into a modern, profitable, sustainable, and environmentally mindful fish and fish processing industry. There is a growing demand for seafood products, given the consumer trend of healthy eating, and the processing sector will also expand as Trinidad and Tobago increases its exports to North American markets. So investment opportunities are as plentiful as the fish in the sea.
Now that's great news for the industry, not to mention the normal Trinbagonians like you and me. I like my fish, and it seems that we have a lot of it to go around. But apart from the obvious culinary benefits, the expansion of the seafood industry is also a very positive thing for the country as a whole. As we strive towards Vision 2020, one of the key attributes of any first world country is a sustainable economy.
The aquaculture industry is also experiencing an upsurge, with tilapia and shrimp farming operations encouraging investors to consider establishing viable fish farming facilities for both local and foreign markets. Investment is also possible in the offshore harvesting sector, particularly among longliners and other industrial fishermen. Increased interest in sport and game fishing has provided a boost to the supply side of the seafood industry in the form of new businesses like charter boats, equipment, and supply rental, as well as support services such as catering and vessel repair.
There is potential for development of the offshore sector. As you're probably aware, the inshore resources, there's definite evidence which indicates that the inshore resources are in a state of decline. And so the potential inshore is not there. However, when we look at what is happening offshore with a small and emergent fleet of local boats that are fishing offshore, and we look at the other boats, the foreign boats, the Taiwanese fleet, and the American boats that are fishing offshore and landing their fish in Trinidad, we realize that there is potential out there. Of course, to exploit this potential, requires larger vessels, different types of fishing techniques, longer trips out to sea. But the returns from what we are seeing are well worth it. Another area in which potential exists for economic activity and investment is in the production of value-added products. Products that are oven ready, products that are easy to prepare. And we're looking specifically at products like fish fingers, fish nuggets, smoked fish, salt fish, for instance. And it is one way in which the coastal communities, for instance, the fishing communities, could diversify some of their income-generating activities.
Investment incentives include income tax waivers on dividends from profits derived from the manufacture of approved products, VAT relief on imports for capital-intensive enterprises, and duty-free importation of equipment and raw materials.
Our growing seafood industry contributes to revenue generation while diversifying our economy, which simply means the more potential we have to earn foreign exchange. I wonder if you want to exchange some fish for some dollars. Would you have any cash there?
Some sharks.